Today, you're going to discover clearly and straightforwardly how Morrnah Simeona connected with the divinity in Hooponopono. In the next few minutes, you'll learn step by step exactly what she did, how she prepared her mind and body, what she said, how she united her three levels of consciousness, and how she surrendered the problem so that the memories could be erased. Stick around, because at the end, you'll have a practical guide to apply it today and feel real peace inside you. Morrnah Simeona was a Hawaiian healer who updated an ancient process and turned it into a simple and profound path for personal transformation. She taught that you don't need complicated rituals to return to peace, just a conscious communication with the divinity and your own inner parts. Her legacy is known as self-identity through Hooponopono, and it's a direct way to clear memories, correct errors, and allow inspiration to guide your life. Here, you're going to understand how she did it clearly and powerfully so you can replicate it yourself. The foundation that Morrnah repeated over and over is rock solid. Take 100% responsibility, no blame, responsibility, 100%. If a problem shows up in your life, there are memories inside you replaying. When you take responsibility, you can ask for help, clean, and let the divinity transmute it. When you justify or blame, you get stuck at the same level as the problem. She'd tell you in a calm, firm voice that you have the power to clean within yourself, and from there, everything changes. Pay attention to this because it's the turning point. Another core principle she held was the difference between memory and inspiration. Memory is repetition, noise, tension. Inspiration is guidance, clarity, peace. It's not about controlling life, it's about cleaning to allow inspiration to come through. When you clean, your mind quiets and your heart softens. And from that state, action becomes simple and effective. Keep listening because in a moment, I'll show you how to activate that state in yourself exactly like Morrnah did. To connect with the divinity, Morrnah didn't just jump up to the heavens begging for miracles without preparation. First, she harmonized her three levels of consciousness. She acknowledged her inner child, the unihipili, the subconscious that stores memories and feels. She established the loving command of her conscious mind, the uhai, which decides to clean. And she confirmed the presence of the superconscious, the aumakua, which knows the perfect path and can carry the request to the divinity. This inner coordination was essential. Without the inner child, there's no access to the data bank where memories live. Without the conscious mind, there's no decision. Without the superconscious, there's no bridge to the divinity. Now we're getting into the how, step by step. Morrnah's first move was preparation. She'd sit with her back straight, relax her shoulders, and ground her attention in the present. Her breath became an anchor. She practiced ha breathing, a steady, gentle rhythm. Inhale through the nose, hold, exhale through the mouth, and pause briefly, all in equal counts. Do several rounds until your body feels looser and your mind more spacious. Don't chase special sensations. Just order your energy, stabilize your presence, and cultivate inner silence. At this point, you're already creating the ground for real cleaning. Next, Morrnah started a close dialogue with her unihipili, her inner child. She didn't ignore or force it. She spoke to it with affection and firmness. She'd say she was here, that she loved it, and that together they'd clean. She acknowledged its fear, its tension, its exhaustion, and wrapped it in respect. You can do the same right now. Close your eyes for a moment, direct your attention to that sensitive part inside you, and tell it with a clear inner voice that you're present, that you won't abandon it, that you'll take everything to the divinity. Feel how, just by doing this, the resistance drops. This was a key that Morrnah handled with great care. With that inner alliance established came the request to the divinity. She called on the divine creator as Father, Mother, Son as one. She acknowledged that if she, her family, relatives, and ancestors had offended in thought, word, or deed, she asked for forgiveness. This structure is profound because it doesn't just clean the personal, it cleans lineages and relationships. You can say something like this from your heart: Divine Creator, I ask you to erase in me whatever has created or attracted this problem. I'm sorry. Forgive me for whatever is in me. Thank you for transmuting it into light. I love you. It's not a magic formula, it's an act of radical humility and connection. Morrnah did it with presence and repeated it until she felt relief. After that, she held the repetition of the cleaning phrases like a rosary of awareness. I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, thank you. She'd say them to her inner child, to the people involved, to the situation, and above all to the memories that emerged. Not to convince, but to dissolve. These words aren't an empty mantra, they're keys that open inner doors. Say them slowly, with sincerity, without rushing. Notice how your breath syncs up. This moment is pivotal because you shift from reactivity to reverence. This is where the transmutation happens. Then came the surrender. Morrnah released her need to control, fix, or understand. Surrender means recognizing that the divinity knows what's right and perfect far beyond what your mind can figure out. You keep repeating silently, give thanks, feel a bit more space, and let go of expectations. Sometimes peace comes right away. Sometimes it arrives gently, like a breeze. Sometimes it seems like nothing's happening, but the cleaning works in layers. Stay with it and trust. This trust was the spiritual muscle Morrnah trained her whole life. To close a cleaning cycle, she affirmed peace. She might use a short prayer that consecrated her identity with the divinity and asked for peace to be with her. She'd seal it with gratitude and return to ha breathing for a few more rounds. It's a simple close, but powerful, because you leave your system in calm, not tension. Ask yourself now if you can adopt this close in your day. The answer is yes, and you'll feel it. How she did it in daily life. Morrnah didn't save cleaning for solemn moments. She lived cleaning. If she was about to give a consultation, she'd clean. If she was going to talk to someone, she'd clean. If an annoyance arose, she'd clean. She turned every interaction into an opportunity to return to zero. Not because she was a perfectionist, but because she understood that life is a constant flow of data and her job was to stay available for inspiration. This consistency, without rigidity, is the difference between knowing the method and embodying it. And now, how to replicate it exactly yourself. Pick moments in your day for conscious cleaning, morning and night. Sit, breathe in a steady rhythm, talk to your inner child, ask the divinity to clean in you whatever is producing any problem, repeat with presence, I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, thank you, and surrender the outcome. During the day, return to cleaning in quick moments, especially before making decisions. If a strong emotion pops up, pause, breathe, clean, and only then act. That's how the habit forms and the connection becomes natural. You might wonder what to do if you don't feel anything. Morrnah said it's not about feeling a certain way, it's about cleaning. Sometimes the emotion intensifies before it leaves, sometimes it goes quietly. Your commitment is to keep the process alive. If you doubt, go back to the basics. Breathe, talk to your inner child, ask for forgiveness, love, give thanks, and let go. Persevere calmly. Deep change doesn't always make noise, but it shows up in your clarity, your peace, your ability to respond better to life. There are mistakes she avoided carefully. She didn't clean to change others. She cleaned herself to release the memories she saw manifesting outside. She didn't negotiate the outcome. She chose peace first, and from peace she acted. She didn't leave out the inner child. She knew the unihipili needs attention, love, and patience. And she didn't do the practice only in crises. She did it every day, like watering a garden. Take this attitude today and your experience with Hooponopono will take a real turn. How to recognize you're connecting like she did. You feel a gentle warmth in your chest or relief in your belly. Your breathing deepens. Your critical mind quiets. Simple solutions emerge that you weren't considering. You feel less reactive and more available. These aren't rigid rules. They're signs that often show up when the system orders itself. If tears come, give them space. If a smile appears, let it grow. All of that is how the cleaning expresses itself. When a painful memory surfaced, Morrnah didn't argue with it. She embraced it with cleaning. I'm sorry for whatever is in me that created this experience. Forgive me. Thank you for showing me there's something to heal. I love you. By saying it, she asked the divinity to erase in her the data holding that pain. This isn't a mental game. It's a practical spiritual act. You can do it right now with any memory weighing on you. Try it and notice the difference in your body and mood. When she was about to guide a group or serve others, Morrnah established her inner state first. She'd open with an affirmation of her identity with the divinity, breathe until her energy stabilized, ask permission to her inner child to work together, and ask the divinity for protection, clarity, and guidance. During the session, she'd keep cleaning silently, letting inspiration set the pace. She'd end by giving thanks and returning the outcome to the divinity. This inner coherence is an essential part of her way of connecting. Let's recap the essentials so you can integrate it today. You connect like Morrnah when you take total responsibility, harmonize your inner child with your conscious mind and superconscious, breathe rhythmically to quiet your system, ask the divinity to clean in you what created the problem, repeat sincerely, I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you, thank you, surrender the outcome, and close in peace. Repeat this cycle consistently and you'll see how inspiration finds space to guide you. If this content brought you clarity and value, subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you don't miss the next videos. I'd love to read your story in the comments and hear what situation you want to apply Hooponopono to. I'll reply and pick some for future episodes. Check the links in the description too, where you'll find resources and practices, some free, to help you go deeper. Thanks for being here, for your commitment to yourself, and for choosing peace.